Hi everybody, this is JJ and I am updating you a little bit on my Just Between Friends sale, aka JBF, in just a couple of short weeks. It's going to be here and that's really exciting. Yay, I look forward to it all the time, like every year, every few months, and then sooner rather than later they'll have a second one. I swear it was in like September for the fall winter show. This is the spring summer show, so I've got almost all my stuff pinned. I have a couple of tags to make and a few more things to wash and put into Ziploc bags and things like that. And then I've got, this is a pro tip that I didn't know. If you don't want to buy the big box or the big thing at the grocery store, the big bottle, you can go to Target in the travel section and buy this like Downy spray bottle, and it helps with once you wash the clothes, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to wash all the clothes that you're selling. It gets a lot of wrinkles out, and I'm going to do my best because, yeah, I washed them, but you're supposed to be like doing the Downy before putting them on the hanger, which I did not know, so hopefully it'll still work on the hanger. Or I'll just do it the old-fashioned way and do like a hot steamy shower and get the steam, so that'll work. But I'm really excited and I'm trying to figure out how to fit everything in my car because I have a walker that is not folding up. So it's going to take up a lot of space, but I think either I'm going to put everything in a couple of bags or a bin, or more likely than not try to lay out the clothes in the back seat of the car. Another tip that people say to do is to group them by size, so, and put like a ribbon around all the hangers of a similar size, which is actually quite a brilliant idea, but I don't know if I will do that or not. All I know about drop-off day is there's 2 different drop-off days for more than 200 items and less. I have less, and then there is a third drop-off option if you forgot something, or it's just like a general one. If you want to add more, then that's fine. But basically, I'm going to show up at my specific time, and I go in with one item of my bar-coded item, so I can check in. I have a handy-dandy coupon from the last JBF sale that has JBF half off bucks, and it'll waive my consigning fee for being a first-time consigner, and your fee will also be waived for consigning if you consign 75 items and have them both set to reduce and to donate. Basically, you show up and check in, sign stuff, and then they give you a rolling rack for your clothing items if you have that. I'm probably going to do some laundry baskets with the other items I have, and then I have one big ticket item, the walker, and basically they do not want you to put the barcode, like put the little tag on the walker or any big ticket item. They want that loose. You give it to them and they put a special yellow tag on it and give you the other half. So whoever buys your big ticket item, I think they like sign their name and all that, and you get credit. Like I said, there is usually on Eventbrite like a $2, I think it's $2 to get in the first day, but that fee is usually free if you get free tickets, or a lot of the time they'll have you donate like a canned good. They have pre-sales for grandparents, first-time grandparents, expecting parents, teachers, all that. Consigners like me and volunteers at the event. And then they have half off day where basically everything, it goes down to about 50% off unless it has a star on the tag. that means it's still full price. But I have all my stuff set to go half off. But let me tell you this. From doing these couple of sales, I did JBF, Just for Friends, and then I've done Munchkin Markets. And Munchkin Markets was out in, I think it was Blaine in Minnesota in the sports center. And I mean, it was like very similar to JBF, but the reason I switched was just because it took me a half hour to drive out that way. And, you know, it was a good way to like pass a Sunday. You know, and I love that children are encouraged to come with their parents, and it's very helpful, except for the pre-sales. If you get into any of those, you can't bring kids, so that's kind of where they lose me, because my daughter is not an easy fit sometimes, and like if I want to try on shoes or something like that. But yeah, I kind of went over the pinning and the tagging briefly, but I didn't talk about sets really, because I don't have very many I'm selling. This is a set right here. So basically what I did is I hung this main, it's a romper, and it's got like the underwear thing, the ruffles. I hung this on the hanger, and then I attach it here, and I got two big old pins, and I kind of I pinned it right to the hanger here, like you can see where I pinned it, tried to get in the seams and all that, so I'm not making extra holes. And then we got this, boom, so that way people can kind of look at that. And that's what I did with I think I have a couple of pajamas that are very similar. Dresses, I kind of did the same thing. I hung it on the hanger, shirts, everything. And if like something looked like it was going to fall off, I did add like extra pins because I want to get my points. Shoes. Didn't talk about shoes. The shoes, a lot of the time they're very picky, and not only like when you go for drop off, or they go through your clothes and see if, you know, there's all the buttons are there, the zippers work, there's no hair on them, there's no staining, you know, they look for all that stuff. That's the clothing inspection. If you have shoes, it goes to the shoe inspection, and they have to pretty much look brand spanking new, or close. I mean, I understand, like gently used. So Mr. Clean worked great. A little soap and water, and like, I don't know if you can see, like these have, you know, a lot of the tread here, and dirt and rock and all kinds of stuff gets stuck in here. I used a toothpick to just get it right out. These are shoes that I'm selling right here. I know they're really cute, but what I basically did is, if you can't see, these were easy because they've got these nice straps here. Basically, I took my tag, got a hole punch where you would usually put like the pin, and got a zip tie. This is pretty easy. This is super efficient. You can do curling ribbon, but I like the zip tie. And so I did that. I have a pair of flip-flops, and I have a pair of like dressy shoes that would be great for like weddings and stuff like that. So, and then here, if you have accessories, you know, I'm still trying to figure out how to do a hat. But I know people just, you know, tape the tag and do a zip tie, or, you know, a pin would even work, because they have those kind of hanging wall kind of, you know, when you go to the grocery store, what I'm talking, or the Target and stuff, the department store. So they have that kind of like hanging deal. But for accessories and everything else, like I think I've got about 3 or 4 hair bows, and I put them in a quart size bag here, and I taped it shut. And if somebody wants to open it, they can just go ask, and they'll open it for them to look at it and tape it shut again. And I just taped right outside here You want to be careful though when you're taping things like this, that you don't tape over the barcode, and I was like really close because they can't scan this. And I mean, I guess they could still put the number, but still. So what I ended up doing was I also made a teensy little hole here, and I have a zip tie, so I can hang this on the hanging style kind of rack. And like I said, weird stuff. Boom! Diapers in a kind of a freezer bag, taped shut. Maybe someone will buy it. $4. That's like $4.99 or $5 less than the store. Swim diapers. You're welcome. This was pretty easy, although I don't know. Hopefully they'll allow me to sell this. This is a bottle warmer. And all I did was, like, I kept the instructions in, I got the plastic, everything. I only used this a couple of times. Once Upon a Child would not sell it for, or would not, like, take it for specific reasons. They said health reasons. But I've seen everything at this sale, so, yeah. But I taped it, and then I got this on the front here. Asking $8. I think that's a pretty fair price, considering I probably paid more, like 10 or 15, I don't remember. This was cool. I mean, I like this, but my daughter got too old for this too fast. This is a Jungle Book mat, and this would kind of be considered in the baby section, the infant toys, which to me is weird, because I was like, okay, is it a book? Is it a toy? What do we want? But I'm putting this as a toy. And it was easy. I just put it like on the back right here. I don't want to cover up what this is, and so they can read everything. So there you go. I just taped it. I used packing tape. You can buy it for like $1 or $2 at Target or any store, whatever you want. I don't know much more about toys because I don't have any toys, but I know I've seen like a lot of stuff, a lot of toys sold at these things, so I don't have any this time. Maybe next time I will have toys. I don't know. I've got one of those like sleepers. It's short sleeved. It's like a sleep sack, and I just it's fleece, but it's still passable. I just hung it like normal and used pins on the hanger. Yeah. But now I'm going to talk about how do you navigate a JBF sale. Like, what are some of the little tips and tricks? Because I've been to a couple of these, and I go to Once Upon a Child. Not as much though, because it's kind of out of my way. It's like it's about 20 minutes away on a good day. And here was the problem, is I was trying to sell to them, and like at first it worked out fine, but then I would be coming across town and they would hardly look at my stuff, so I got a little bit upset. And I still like to buy from them. I think they're a great place to buy from, but not necessarily sell to. And I do a lot of resale shopping. Goodwill, Savers, you name it, I've gone to them. And now online. Yeah, so one of my biggest tips, I think, is make a list. Make a list of all the things that you're looking for, because like me, you will have mom brain, your brain will crap out, and you'll forget like everything you came there for, because when you walk in, it's huge, it's a little overwhelming. And it's kind of like, if you do take Once Upon a Child or a thrift store, it's like that, like on crack. It's huge. And you're never gonna make it if you don't make yourself a list. It's very helpful, because then you know exactly like where to pinpoint, where to go, what you're exactly looking for. So I break it down into like clothing items and toys and like big things I might be interested in. Number 2, if you see it, get it. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna come back tomorrow for half off a day. because it's not going to be there. These are kind of like one-time sales, so you better get it when you see it. Number 3, make yourself a budget and stick to it. Like, give yourself a little wiggle room. The last few times I've gone, I said, okay, I've got $50 on me. I'm going to spend $50. Okay, I've got 60. You know, I think my wiggle room, my minimum would be 50. My max is like 70 because I don't want to overspend. And the great thing about JBF is they have credit cards machines, so I love that. Usually I have to go to like the ATM, and that's helpful though too, because if you have that cash and you spend it, then you're not going to be tempted to spend more. But I say give yourself a realistic budget and stick to it. And, you know, deciding which day you want to go on or what works most convenient for you. To be honest, I've done half off day, I've done the regular price day, and guess what? I think I spent about the same amount. So to me, I feel like it doesn't matter with the half off versus the regular. You can get some killer deals on half off day for sure, but I think you can get some really great deals in general. You just have to know where to look. Don't get discouraged if you're not finding something right away, because there's racks upon racks upon racks, and if you think something's too expensive, move on over to the next rack. That's number 4. Number 5, buy in multiple sizes. Buy the size that your kid is now, and then buy up a size that your kid might be. But, you know, make sure that, you know, obviously if they're not going to be 4T in shorts this year, you might want to skip out on shorts and get like jeans or t-shirts or something like that, because kids grow so fast and you can wear jeans and t-shirts all throughout the year. Put a hoodie on, you're good. Accessories are always great things to buy. Number 6, look for Christmas and birthday gifts. I mean, I've got so many things from those sales that I save for those specific things. You know, number 7, just go wild and have fun, and don't get discouraged why it's so huge. And if you want to go back again, like fine, but I would stray against that, and I would stray against doing another sale, because like you find out that, oh, next week they're having another sale in St. Paul. Like, I feel like that's too tempting, and you've already spent all this money on the first sale. And people get like addicted to it, you know? Yeah, it is what it is. Probably one of my, another big tip. Number 8, wear comfy shoes. You're going to be up walking for probably about 2 to 3 hours, so plan on really spending time and looking, scanning the racks. Yeah. And I would say bring your kid if you can, because honestly, like I said in the beginning of the video, I like to look at shoes. I like to look at accessories and hats and things like that. And I want to know if they fit. And even though, like, if I pull off, like, hey, here's a pack of 3 leggings, you know, I can at least hold it up to her. Yeah. And know your brands too. Like, if you know that certain brands run differently, because I've had this problem before with like clothes that were gently used. Sometimes they're a different size, they shrink. Children's place leggings for my daughter, like 3T fits fine, you know, but if we want some room, I'd go up a size. Like, just keep that in mind. And don't buy stupid stuff that you're not going to use, I think is what the main thing is. You can get really sucked in easily, but that's about all I've got for you advice-wise. I think it's pretty good. I'll let you know more about the JBF sale, I guess, how I do. And I'm going to do a video, I think, when I'm there about like, oh, I'm unloading the car and I'm going in, and I'll just take pictures and show you what this looks like, because it's insane. And then I will do a video of, I guess, a haul, the haul video, what I got. And I'm thinking I'm gonna try to like put the price I paid versus the actual price. That might be a lot of work. But we'll see. So happy JBF sale update. And I'll hopefully be on the next JBF sale video. At the sale, that's when I'll see you, well, on my drop-off day. But still, that's kind of it. Thank you.